Accessing clinical data at scale for use in clinician or patient-facing applications is now easier than it once was. Increasingly, U.S. regulations are mandating that health systems offer FHIR APIs for patient and provider access, paving the way for developers to build powerful apps on top of EHR platforms without deep integrations. While these FHIR APIs have made it easier for authorized applications to retrieve information for individual patient care, it has not been possible for those in the healthcare innovation space to explore this data at scale. Organizations developing AI tools for population health rely on large, structured datasets spanning thousands of patients as they develop predictive models for issues like hospital readmission or adverse drug events. To support these efforts, organizations can now take advantage of Bulk FHIR, and specifically the InterSystems Bulk FHIR Coordinator. Bulk FHIR is a standard that lets developers, such as those working in clinical research, population health, or operational analytics, query and download data for entire patient cohorts, rather than retrieving records one at a time. This access is governed by strict privacy safeguards and typically involves de-identified or consented data, depending on the use case and regulatory requirements. Authorized client applications can generate Bulk FHIR exports with the Smart Backend Services Protocol, an OAuth 2 profile designed for secure, system-to-system communication. With a single kickoff, you can export data for entire populations from a clinical data source. You can then bring this exported data into InterSystems FHIR Server and leverage it to build scalable applications. The bulk export of FHIR data is ideal for population-level use cases, such as managing the care of chronic disease groups, conducting analytics, or powering decision support tools across thousands of records. FHIR solution developers can also leverage vast clinical datasets from an EHR to create powerful applications at scale. For example, if you want to analyze trends among diabetic patients missing A1C test results in the past 6 months, such as visit frequency or medication adherence, you can export this subset of data in one batch. If you need a dashboard to refresh daily, ensuring up-to-date patient data, simply schedule a Bulk FHIR export and hook it into your data pipeline. The InterSystems Bulk FHIR Coordinator mediates between your application and InterSystems FHIR Server, managing configuration, authentication, and file delivery. It helps you orchestrate the configuration, scheduling, and retrieval of FHIR data exports from InterSystems FHIR Server, and supports different export types, including system-level, patient-level, or group-based. The coordinator also makes it easy to fetch and store the data your application needs. This functionality can power everything from personalized patient outreach to cohort analysis, especially when you add on tools like InterSystems OMOP. Let's take a look at how the Bulk FHIR Coordinator can initiate and manage a Bulk FHIR export. The exports list shows export jobs that are in progress, completed, or scheduled for a future run. In each row, you can find export details and use the action icons on the right to cancel a running job, copy an export to create a new one, view detailed logs, or pause or resume an export. Let's create a new export by clicking New Export Request. From the drop-down menu, select one of your existing Bulk FHIR configurations and click Next. Select the kind of export you want to run: system-level, patient-level, or group-based. For a group export, you'll need to enter the group ID. In Unified Care Record environments, for example, this might be a cohort name. You can also narrow the scope of the export by setting a specific time range for the data included. Next, set the schedule for this export. You may select No Schedule for a one-time export, or you could run the export on a recurring basis. After you submit, the export appears in the progress list. From here, you can monitor progress, pause or cancel the job, or drill into logs for more detail. If you use the FHIR repository storage adapter, resources will be stored directly within the FHIR server of your choice, such as InterSystems FHIR Server. You can even apply data quality checks on all incoming data to ensure every reference between FHIR resources is satisfied. With the ability to schedule, monitor, and manage large-scale exports, The Bulk FHIR Coordinator gives developers the tools to unlock population-level clinical data. Whether you're powering real-time analytics, clinical decision support, or a data science pipeline, Bulk FHIR is the bridge between enterprise health data and innovative applications.